Pisces, something wonderful this way comes just for you. Joy and happiness are about to be yours. Be careful towards any sort of attachment on the final outcome, however. In this situation, you are not alone. Be sure to remember to call on your friends, family, and guides, all of your team that are here in the physical and spiritual plane. You may be struggling or feeling a bit territorial at this time, as there is either a real or perceived situation where somebody is working to step on your toes or take something away from you that you cherish. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my table. It's great to see you, Pisces. If you're new here, hello, welcome, welcome. My name is Zachary. It's good to see you guys. And if you're returning, hello, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair or stand, whatever works for you. My Pisces friends, let's get right on into your channeled messages here. I did pull some oracle cards here with guidance from spirit before getting going. We'll get into that as well. And then the tarot as we do. So the first thing that came through was actually just this bathing of violet light, not dissimilar actually to the light that I have here on my set. I opened my eyes and turned out I was just looking right now. I'm just kidding. This purple light or this violet light that's coming through here. First of all, I am colorblind. So red-green deficiency. When I look at purple out here, it's not quite the same as purple or violet that I see inside. So what this is saying to me is there is a form, or there is this higher love that's definitely been coming through a lot of readings here. Violet's going to be the crown chakra. So activations coming from the spiritual realm. I do feel with some of the oracle cards, there is a need to pull in your team, to call on your team, to connect here with the crown chakra, for guidance as well. The next thing that came through was actually Adirondack. So like Adirondack furniture, the region perhaps as well. I'm not quite sure anything else on that, but that's what came through. The next thing that came through, I thought it was shake or shirk, but it actually morphed into shark. Shake, shirk, shark, okay? Shark, a shark energy. I do feel, especially as I'm tapping into this with the crown chakra and the violet light, it feels like there's something in the subconscious that you are conscious of, though. You're consciously trying to push this down into the subconscious, into the shadow. Shark energy is very much about like there's blood in the water. We need to examine or validate, see what is needing to be taken care of here in the water before the shark comes around is kind of what I'm getting. And next I was told in between, and then twins. So I don't know, maybe you are a twin. If that's the case, the message I kind of got there was there might be something coming between you and your twin. Maybe you're a Gemini. Maybe you are having twins. I don't know. Let's go a little bit further. The next thing that came through was bring your fun pants. Bring your fun pants. So, and then Solo Cup actually came through with that too. I am filming this on Halloween here, last day of October. Happy Samhain as well, you guys. I don't know if this is referring to a party. That's kind of what it seems like. Your fun pants, dressing up as something. And a Solo Cup, at least here in the United States, red Solo Cup is indicative of party environment. It's definitely heavy laden throughout our media and that sort of thing, movies, etc. So the next thing that came through was belief and benign. I am always tentative to mention anything health-wise. I do feel like there is a message for somebody surrounding something benign, okay? Belief coming through this, like you're being encouraged to believe in this being a benign situation, whatever's going on. The next thing that I heard was Sorel, which is a boot company, shoes. They make nice boots. Sorel and then So Real was kind of coming through with that. So I'm not sure if it was quite the brand. Maybe it was a little bit of both, the brand of the boots and something being so real. So this symbol came through. Well, it wasn't really a symbol. It was kind of, I'll say a GIF. This activated, what would you call that? An animation that was happening. So I'm going to show this to you just because the visuals come through in the oracle cards here too. So I was given this little guy, whatever this is, and these two posts here kept swinging. So it was like swinging, and they looked like keys to me on the side. So they would flail out as it's spinning, and then as it came down, kind of like that swinging ride with the chairs, sort of like that. But this portion at the base, being this kind of like tapered end, this stood out to me because this literally came out in one of the oracle cards. So let's get into oracle cards here. 3 were pulled here in the 555 on the timer. Major change, you guys. In the Urban Crow oracle, excuse me. Teamwork. Teamwork to start. Territory. And then anticipation. Ooh. Something wonderful this way comes, you guys. With territory, so this is the symbol that was standing out to me, noticing this tapered end here, and then there's a little kind of dot in the center of it as well. So when I pulled that, I was like, okay, because I don't know what the purpose of that was. I was kind of feeling like, is this some sort of defense? It didn't really give me anything, but with territory, so in the territory card, this is about protecting something that you cherish. Maybe you're feeling like someone's trying to take something away from you that matters to you, or maybe stepping on your toes in some way. So looking at it from that perspective, putting the symbol on the top of this here, it does, I mean, these are all swimming, excuse me. You fishies, you're swimming, flying, flying around this beam. And so looking at it that way with the keys, I feel like it's utilizing something like a key has a specific function to unlock something. That is its purpose, or to lock something up. To use it in the form of a weapon outside of like Kingdom Hearts, using a keyblade here. Outside of that, it's not really the key's function to be utilized as home defense. You know what I'm saying? So the way that I was taking that is there might be a little bit of an inappropriate use towards an energy that's coming through here. Territory. So this is also, you're maintaining territory, but there's a request to also ask, like, are you in your territory or are you in somebody else's territory? You may be defending something on somebody else's territory, or vice versa. Okay. So anticipation coming through here. There's something wonderful coming through. There's excitement towards whatever is coming through. This is where the caution of detach from whatever the outcome, the expectation towards the outcome. I feel like you can feel something beautiful coming through. I certainly can. But when we start attaching that kind of emotional experience to, well, our brain is trying to figure out, like, what is it? What could it be? What's coming forward? And so we're looking at our current situation and, extrapolating an outcome based off of the information that we have. I'm getting that this may be a surprise. You may not know what this is at all. So to kind of be open, loosen up, and be ready to receive whatever this is. Teamwork coming through as well. You are not alone. This is where we're calling in our team, both physically and energetically, spiritually. I feel like there may be a bit of a shift happening here. Like there's some sort of illumination towards territory. You may find that something that you cherish, like what I'm getting is a job, let's say. And I've been in these places, working for somebody else, whatever. I'm not shitting on that in any way, versus working for yourself. One distinct difference between those two situations, though, the effort that you're putting into a job, somebody else's business, that energy is not replaceable, right? That's why we have money that's exchanging for that. But the energy, the life force that you're putting into this situation is going towards somebody else's dream. So what I'm getting is you may be defending somebody else's territory. And there's a request here, maybe not necessarily to like leave a job or anything like that, but to balance the dedication, okay? Like be dedicated to whatever it is you want to be dedicated to. But the illumination that's coming through here is that that energy would be best. You need some of that energy for yourself, for something else here, okay? With something shifting. All right. Last card here that came through, the Blue Angel Oracle, and I'm going to read this through from the book real quick. It's real short. Sword of Orion. Look inside you. Look inside, Pisces. This is also 36. I do get something about like 3 to 6 months. Could be 9 as well, building up 369. Something about 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 9 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or years. Age, possibly, maybe you're 36. Okay. Beyond the horizon of time, there is a point of light from which all stems. And that brings me back to that territory and the symbol that was coming through. There is a point of light from which all stems, yet it is not a distant place. Beyond the horizon of time, there is an eternal sound. Listen to your heart, and you will hear it. Beyond the horizon of time, there is a sea of endless potential. You are full of infinite possibility. Beyond the horizon of time, there is a knowing that embraces all knowledge. You hold this knowing in your heart. Surprise. Beyond the horizon of time, there is eternity. It, too, lives inside you. So, bringing back to this living inside you, I'm getting this request to pull this energy back into you. There may be energy that's going out to, and this isn't to say like helping other people or any of that is not appropriate. This is like, I'm hearing like mission statement, whatever it is that you have a conviction towards, like if there's this energy or behavior toward like, I would die for my boss kind of thing. Like do what you want to do, right? This is just saying you could certainly use that kind of conviction towards yourself. Do you have the same sort of conviction towards yourself? Your dreams, your motivations, your territory, okay? All right, 1212 on the timer as well. 1212 has been coming through a lot for me. Let's pull an animal card here, then we'll get into the tarot. For Pisces, please. 1221 as well. Yay, oyster, okay. Fox here too at the bottom, that is something that is standing out to me. So there's intelligence that comes in with the fox. They can be sly, they can be crafty. Being intelligent in like energy conservation way is something, again, coming through here. The fox is somebody who doesn't do well when they are let to slip away, okay? Or they're allowed to slip away. This feels like somebody, there's a scenario where maybe even particularly you will find that you want to leave whatever it is that you're doing for work. Maybe you're seeing the way that the discrepancy between the value you are putting forward from yourself and maybe the value that the company sees you as. Oyster is the one that fell out here. Clamming up is something that comes through with this. Something wonderful this way comes. Whatever this wonderful joy, happiness moment is involved with or connected to this pearl that's inside of you. That pearl needs to be open to the world. So I'm getting kind of this juxtaposition between wanting to stay safe, maybe, okay, in a clammed up or closed way, and feeling the drive or desire to open up and experience something new, to welcome something in. It does feel like there's fear surrounding that. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to start with the Curious Creatures Tarot here for Pisces. Please, Spirit, what do we have? King of Cups here at the split. So some emotional control or mastery. I do feel like there's some sort of event, you guys, coming forward for some of you, where it's going to require some emotional or a lot of emotional intelligence, and you may need to shift gears. Knight of Swords. Action. Taking action on something. Running towards your goals. Because you're being led there, okay? I can shuffle this here. What do we have for Pisces, please, Spirit? And huge shout out to my channel members. Hello, hello. If you're interested in channel membership yourself, there is a link in the description of the video, as well as a button next to the join, subscribe. A join button next to the subscribe button under this video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And readings. Personal readings are open and available. If you need help with something a little bit more personal to you, feel free to check out my website in the description of this video. Oh, my fingers hurt. Name that movie. My fingers hurt. Okay, hopes and dreams. Tower, you guys. Dun, dun, dun. I actually love this. I feel prison break energy from this. Something that has been restrictive or a constraint for quite some time, or even a brief period of time. You are hoping to free yourself from the situation. Dizzying demands is what I'm hearing. It could be work related, could be family related, friends, maybe a relationship. I just feel like you guys are getting to a point where you're starting to see that the way you view your own value and worth is not matching up to something on the outside. You're feeling that vibration of abundance. Something wonderful this way comes, right? Okay. Let's do Phantasma here. For Pisces, please, Spirit, what do we have for Pisces? And this is a general reading, everybody, so please keep that in mind. You are very intelligent. All the smarts, right? Intellectually and emotionally. Please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher which of these messages are for you, if they are. And if they're not, give them the boot, okay? No need to own something that isn't yours. Or comment about it if it's not. Okay. It's okay if not all of these messages apply to you, and don't force it, okay? I'm saying in Cinderella, like, you don't need to shove your foot in the shoe to win the prince's favor. Check out any other placements in your chart too, or all of them, since we do have every single sign in our chart. They do represent the archetypes of energy that we experience as we go throughout the year. So depending on which house you have that in will determine for you or tell you what's going on a bit more specifically with that energy. Check it out if you want. The Empress here at the bottom. So this is your fear aversion. Healing, okay, fertility is something here too. I'm kind of drawn back to twins in the channeled messages. Somebody may be struggling with something like that, and I don't want to touch too much on it, you guys, out of respect and honor for trauma and hard times. But there is a concern or anxiety over this. Or even towards reproductive something. I'm kind of drawn back to benign again. Okay, I'm not going to touch on that too much, but I have the dawn is breaking is what's coming through. Belief is coming through again. Okay, nurturing even is a part of this. I feel like some of you need a hug. Okay, let's get into this. So general energy to start, we have Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So something wonderful this way comes, you guys. This is something big that you've been waiting for. A major event in your life. Could be a wedding. Maybe it's a promotion. Maybe you just got your dream job. You know what I mean? Just finished school. You're crossing a threshold in some way here. I am getting, there's a need to celebrate this, whatever this is. Double down on that energy of success. This something wonderful this way comes. This is directly attached to your ability to experience joy and happiness when it's appropriate. Joy and happiness are not a permanent state, right? It can even feel fleeting. Peace, neutrality is really like, that's the home that we're shooting for. So that we can, when we feel positive emotions, happiness, joy, or when we feel more unsavory emotions, grief, sorrow, we have somewhere to come back to. I feel like somebody is having a hard time celebrating something for themselves. I mean, I kind of went through that recently here. The channel hit a year, October 6th, and it took me really till the end of the month to do anything about it to celebrate. I was kind of caught up in just, you know, if you know anything about my story, it's been a lot of survival for a while. And I've still been in that mode. So yeah, kind of getting that message for you guys too. And I'm a Pisces North Node, so this kind of applies too. Make sure you're celebrating your successes, you guys. Expressing that gratitude for the beauty that's come your way. Seven of Pentacles comes in to clarify this. So Seven of Pentacles, their production part is a part of this. The things that you are producing, a need to hone your skills. Patience comes through here with this too. So if you haven't, 2020 on the timer, if you haven't crossed this threshold yet, I'm getting, be patient, it's coming. I also feel kind of connect to what I said too. There can be a component of like focusing on what has been lost with the Seven of Pentacles. One of the pentacles falls off the pentacle bushes, and you're like, oh my God, like I need a full bushel, but really there's so much there to provide for you once it all blooms. The seed's been planted. You may not see the fruit yet, but it's coming. And if some of the fruit falls off of the tree, that's okay. That's okay. If anything, that fruit that falls off is promising abundance in the future. Let that cycle persist, right? Focus on the gratitude and joy and happiness that comes from the fruit that does bloom. Some of you, I feel like you haven't quite crossed, you're not quite here. Some of you, I feel like you are. You're starting to see results of seeds that you've planted here in the past. Make sure that you're celebrating that. Do we want one of these? Yes, for Pisces, general. Wow! Abundance, an inflow of money, love, or rewards. Yeah. Yes, you guys, it's coming. If it's not here already, rest also. Listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. For some of you, there is a little bit of patience that is required, but believe it. Belief, it's coming. It's coming. Okay, good stuff for you guys here. 10 of Wands. Ooh, yes. Something that has really been dragging you down. You're coming into a phase where this gets to be released. You have the opportunity to start something new because you're given the energy, the lightness from releasing a burden from a previous journey. You can't start that new journey though until something's been released here. There is also an encouragement to like keep going. You're almost towards the end, whatever this looks like. With the oracle cards that came through here, I feel like there is something maybe going on at work for some of you guys. There's been a struggle for a while. Maybe you've been in survival mode too. I see this coming to an end, okay? It may not be a quick process, and maybe for some of you, what I'm getting is to pay attention, like writing on the wall. This can be positive or negative, right? To pay attention to the signs that are going on around you. With the 10 of Wands, we're bent into this shape here. We can't even really look up. We can't maybe see as well the things that are around us. So releasing a burden, and you know what this burden is, okay? It's time to let that go so that you can start appreciating the bounty, the abundance that's coming into your life. Something wonderful this way comes, you guys. Oh, yay. Okay. Ace of Swords comes through here next. I feel like for some of you, there's difficulty in expressing, like back to the example with the career here. You've been in a place where you know, like this isn't, you don't want to die in this place. Maybe you've been timid. Maybe you haven't had the strength to stand up for yourself. This isn't something that needs to be a battle. Like the battle is going on in the mind is kind of what I'm feeling. Ace of Swords here, though, is truth, like the sword of truth. We had Sword of Orion here. Ching, ching. We are cutting through the bullshit, the lies and the truth, seeing ultimate truth. What is the ultimate truth? You have value. You intrinsically have value. And if you're somewhere, whatever the situation is, that's not reflecting that, cut it out, right? Get out of there. Get. I understand, 2442, excuse me, on the timer. It's easier to say, you know, from the outside, like make this change or whatever, jumping off into the unknown. We all love to hear rags to riches stories, but when it comes to us, there is that carnal fear in approaching that. I'm getting an archetype card. Interesting. Um, Again, if you know anything about my story, it's very similar to what I did. Um, coming out of a brief homeless stint a couple years ago, and last year before starting this channel, I was fired from a job for 3 months, denied unemployment. I had nothing, and I started this channel. And it wasn't, easy. It wasn't easy, but it sure as shit has been worth it. Okay, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for you guys too. Remember that there's nothing different about you compared to me or anybody else that's experienced a win or some sort of success. That is 100% available for you too. Belief. Belief comes through again. 25, 55. 555, major change, you guys. Redirecting the balance. The tear and the flame. The Starborn here is actually standing out as well. I did just do part 2 to Galactic Royalty reading that I did several months ago, which was absolutely beautiful. I'll post it at the end of this video here too, so you guys can check it out if you want. Highly recommend it. The flame and the tear, or the tear. So good stuff coming through here. What is actually standing out to me is this component of like water with the tear and the flame, brought to temperance, two extremes coming together, or alchemy, taking something and turning it into something completely different. A good balance between your emotional state and your drive, your motivation. There's a major re-examining, I feel like, that's taking place here. Do you want one of these? No. Okay, let's get into what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming. 8 of Wands. Good news. Good news, everybody. This is speed. This is movement. This is maybe there is moving. You're moving somewhere. Moving jobs, potentially. Maybe you're starting an exercise routine. You're actually getting up and getting moving. I kind of see that with the turtle. Turtle. Imagery. Maybe you've been a bit slow towards something. So what you don't see coming is the pace picking up. Pace picante. The pace picking up. I love it. Okay, King of Swords as well. What you don't see coming or what's in the dark. I feel like your ability to be critical thinking, okay, is coming through here. And just in time, because I do feel like there is some movement that's required, some quick pace, okay? Something is picking up out of necessity. Whatever this shift or changes that's happening, you are being granted intellectual prowess, the ability to perceive the information that's coming in real time and being able to respond and react very, very quickly. I want to know a little bit more about this. What is this? What's coming in here? What is the change? What is the 8 of Wands representing here? This is the Crow Tarot. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands at the bottom here too. So a victory, recognition. I kind of feel, not 6 of Pentacles, excuse me, 4 of Pentacles. So what is the change? What is the 8 of Wands? This is your security, stability, your foundation. This does feel like something to do with finances. I get a good feeling about it though. Like there's something changing and benign, belief in benign. This may feel like, because you had Tower, didn't you? Yeah, you want this Tower. Okay, so this is a good reminder here. You have been asking for this prison break. You've been asking for a major change. Maybe even divine intervention. And I've talked about this before. When we want or we're asking for divine intervention, we must be ready for divine intervention. What does that look like? It looks like shit happening, okay? If the divine's going to come in and intervene in our lives, it may not be comfortable or won't be comfortable for a hot minute until it is, until it's beautiful, until something wonderful this way comes, right? So this feels like this is attached to a desired tower moment. You're wanting something to come down so that you can move on to something different. This happens quickly, and there may be, or there is going to be a little bit of a shake to your foundation. What I'm getting is to, because normally they're holding one pentacle here in the center. This one is holding two. So two pentacles here. I'm getting the idea of balance. You're being asked not to grip to what your preconceived notion or experience has been of balance, because we're striking a new balance, right? Right. I just noticed all my lights were off. Candles turned off. I'm recording this one a little bit later than I normally do, and those are on timers. But anyway, I feel like you're being asked to let go a little bit of what your expectation. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier with anticipation. To not cling to an outcome. Something different is coming. You ask for the divine to come through, and they're coming through. Get out the way. Get out the way. Apology, forgiveness through mutual understandings comes through to clarify this. And fear. Expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. What I'm getting with the apology, actually, and this is interesting, is there's maybe you owe someone an apology or they do you, but mostly I'm getting that this is a situation, like let's say this is a long-standing job you've had, and that maybe you do like your employer or whatever, but you've been asking for this change. You are moving on to calmer shores, brighter horizons, whatever. You don't need to apologize for that. You don't need to apologize for you resonating to your value and having that value come to you because of your resonance. May not be for everybody, but that is coming through. So let's move into your difficulty or obstacle at this time. King of Wands. I feel bravery, okay? Bravery and courage. The King of Wands, back to teamwork here too, actually. We had in the Urban Crow. We're calling on our team. Guides, spiritually, family, friends, whatever. The King of Wands is an excellent facilitator. They know how to get the correct group of people or energies together to make something happen. So the difficulty right now is maybe you're having a hard time asking for help. Maybe you need help and you're struggling to ask for it. Closed mouths don't get fed, right? You can do this. I feel like this is a part of, okay, the crossing of the threshold. This is required before you're able to cross this threshold. The key. Oh, I got all the chills on that. The keys that are swinging around there. Okay, so the keys to open this door to cross this threshold here is wrapped up in asking for help, being the leader that you need for yourself, advocating for what you need. Interesting. Which is why the tear and the flame, like neutralizing this energy or turning it into something different. You may be, okay, how do I explain that? I have kind of had this trait in my younger years before I started to get better about standing up for myself or asking for what it is that I need. Because I struggled with that, it turned more into like shadow divine masculine, I guess, where it would come in with this ball of anger and asking. It was like requesting something. So it's like those keys. The key to getting what you need is asking for it, right? But you may be in a place where with territory here, you're swinging those keys around like it's a weapon. You're beating the shit out of everybody. Because you're struggling to ask for what you need. And so your system gets to a point where it's like, well, I need this, so we're going to have to slip into anger mode. I hope that makes sense. To clarify this, Ace of Pentacles, your difficulty, opportunities. I feel like this is connected to asking for help here too. When we're looking for or wanting to start something new, a new business, a new financial venture, bringing in capital, new opportunities in general, starting a business, new job, whatever. If we don't have those opportunities coming to us or that we see in the immediate present, the request here with this card is to go out and make those opportunities for yourself. Go apply to jobs. Go study on what is needed to start a business if that's what you're looking for. Go look into school if that's, there's a new skill, Seven of Pentacles that came through here. If you need to go back to school, learn something new. The difficulty here, I feel like, again, I'm seeing those keys. Asking for help. Maybe you get, I think about like ADHD. Maybe you shut down at the thought of filling out job applications. This is real, okay? I definitely have ADHD, and that is something that was always very difficult. Oh my God, going through like filling out a job application, blah, blah. So I would just avoid it and avoid it and avoid it. And there were times in my life where I did need to ask for help from people to help me like apply to jobs. As silly as that sounds, it's not silly at all. Ask for help, you guys. Okay. Last piece here for Pisces. For Pisces on, well, any of this. Celebration. Good times come from hard work, time spent in good company. Something wonderful this way comes, you guys. Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card here to close this out. This is a new deck, Medicine Heart by Alana Fairchild. So I'm going to pull this here to close this out, and then I'm going to go into an extended reading if you guys want to join me there. We're going to look at direct messages from your higher self, love and advice, career and advice, and then what is most likely being manifested for you based on your current thoughts and emotions. So what do we have for Pisces here, please, Spirit? 36 on the timer. You want that one. You didn't stutter. You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right, Spirit. Song of Sangoma. Ooh, these are just absolutely gorgeous, too. You have moved through a spiritual preparation period, which has perfectly equipped you for expansion into a greater sphere of expression. Something wonderful this way comes, you guys. Even if you're still feeling tested, you have the ability to resolve the issues in a beneficial way. Your future will not be bound by the struggles you are grappling with. You are reassured of your direction, value, progress, and place. Ooh, you guys. Ooh, I have all the chills on that. Yes, 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 yes. Snaps for Pisces, okay? I love you guys so, so much. And I hope that this message here is helpful for you. If you do want to join me in the extended, there are links in the description here. I have them for sale individually and on the 3rd tier of membership. You can check that out if you'd like, and personal readings are open. Like I said, you can hop on my website if you need help with something personal. I have, well, if this resonated with you guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I totally appreciate the support. I couldn't do this without you. And my Cash App and PayPal links are in the description. If you did resonate with this message and feel called to donate, I will certainly accept that. Thank you guys so, so much. It's not mandatory, but to those who do support the channel in that way, you are my guiding light. Thank you. I love you guys so, so much. Please take care of yourselves, Pisces, and I'll see you all very soon. Be well.